Oh, Jesus.
Woo-hoo.
It's Ketchup Packets.
Hi, everybody. I'm Sean,
I'm Nate.
and this is Ketchup Packets. Today we are watching Season 2, Episode 2 of The Expanse. Doors and Corners. What do you think, Nate?
The meaning of doors and corners.
Just about the show.
Oh, well, love the show.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yeah, I've been out of town for a little while, so yeah, it's been interesting to try and like refresh myself on what has happened. Man, this show's great and crazy
And dense.
Yeah, dense.
Lots of information.
Lots of stuff. Doors and corners. If I'm gonna guess if I'm gonna predict what this has to do with, there's a lot of stuff in especially I play a lot of video games, so like in shooting games, you gotta watch your doors, watch your corners.
Yeah, it makes me think firefight
I'm
as
hoping
well.
Firefight maybe in this episode.
We've got our new character, the Martian commando lady, who's very intimidating. Roberta Draper, I think is her name. Yeah, so maybe she will get involved in a firefight of some kind. She seems pretty intense. I would not want to go up against her.
No. All the Martian military guys are scary.
For sure. Yeah.
Very devoted.
Definitely think that if this war that Aaron Wright is trying to stir up between Earth and Mars actually happens, that Earth is going to suffer some pretty heavy casualties. I mean, Mars will probably lose still on balance, but will not be costless.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this a little bit. I think everybody would gain heavy casualties. I think Avasarala is correct to be like, we need to be very careful about this.
Her and our new Martian admiral guy that was talking to Draper about, our job is to prevent the war between Earth and Mars. Yeah.
I think in a perfect world, they would have a conversation with each other and be like, we have to make sure that this doesn't happen.
Yeah, but they're literally not even on the same planet.
Yeah, that's true.
That's an expression we use to mean people are not going to be able to communicate with each other, and that's literally the truth about them.
Literally the truth, yeah.
Seems like it will be very challenging. And then neither of them cares at all about the Belters or the outer planets.
Nope.
We were wondering about the exact distribution in the pre-show for last episode, so plenty of the commenters were gracious enough to fill us in on exactly what the situation is there. So there's like Ganymede and Titan have people on them, and then I think like Phoebe had a research station obviously until what happened on the show.
Boom.
And then they said that there is like one settlement or a research facility or something like that, or like observation post that's out by Uranus, which is like the farthest human settlement. And so like that's what the outer planets consists of, the belt and then all those things as well.
Say Uranus.
What? Oh yeah, Uranus is the one I said Uranus. Yeah. If you want to be super fedora about it, you say Uranos, right?
Uranos.
It's pronounced Uranos, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's pronounced Uranus. You can't pass up the opportunity to say that.
That's the funniest way to say it, for
exactly.
sure. What else we got? So, I mean, Avasarala just had an assassination attempt.
That's right, but she's unfazed. She's still walking around the garden with that other dude, just talking about stuff.
And Miller's seems fully ingratiated into the group now. They had their cute little crew. They were,
talking about cheese thieves.
Cheese, yeah, that's right. Eating lasagna from a brownie pan. Good stuff.
Right. Yeah, it's good stuff. I like him on this crew a lot better than I liked him as the washed-up detective on series.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to see where they progress to. Where are they even? What's the Rocinante up to right now? I'm trying to remember exactly what they were even headed to do.
Yeah, I don't remember.
We're gonna get raked over the coals.
We'll be refreshed, I'm sure. Yeah, no, it's good. It's fine. We'll
Belinda's gonna get mad. I'm calling you out, Belinda, for always being mad at us for watching wrong.
It's a good practice. Let's call out individual commenters.
Yeah, I'm just joking. Yeah, I'm so glad that you're so engaged. Please keep watching.
Yes, please keep watching.
All right, let's watch this episode. I'm excited.
Sir, we precipitated this by sending a ship to Phoebe in the first place.
We started
They weren't firing on the hill. They intended to miss. A first shot across the bow.
This guy is the only sane man in the room. Well, and Avasarala, the only sane people in the room.
You think that's just a training exercise?
They're burning sunward. That doesn't mean they're getting ready for an invasion.
Admiral Wynn's point is well taken. We must make a strong response.
Then let's speak in a
Who's that guy?
language understands.
The deep radar station on Deimos. It's mostly automated, minimal personnel. Casualties will be light.
You want us to attack a Martian moon?
Don't do
It's a
that.
declaration of war.
Phobos and Deimos are really small, aren't they?
I don't know.
I think they are.
Base for a base. I don't know how we can get much more proportional than that.
I will not support this escalation.
Are you saying you won't carry out a lawfully given order?
If that's the case,
Being a general would be stressful.
No need to pretend.
No kidding.
Sir. I step down as fleet commander.
Oh, jeez. We can't have... Oh, that's not a good thing.
Yeah. Officer Rawls like, come on, man.
She needed him. Is that Schiaparelli crater right there?
What's a Schiaparelli?
It's a landmark on Mars that I know about because of The Martian.
Oh, okay.
He talks about it several times in The
I
Martian.
say yes, it is.
I assume... I mean, maybe there's more than one big crater on Mars. I assume there probably is.
There's probably a few, yeah.
Where's our old friend the proto-molecule?
Yeah. Let's see more bioweapon stuff going on.
We've been being chastised for calling it a bioweapon. It's
Ah.
not. I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure why that matters, but...
God.
That's gotta be dangerous in certain
Yeah,
situations,
for real.
right?
Maybe it's the story of where the hell you've been since then without one goddamn word of communication back to me.
We were on Eros. We barely got out alive. And the only reason we're here now is to see if you want to do something about it.
We're wasting our time here. Let's get out of here.
I think Naomi and Fred are gonna end up bonding strongly.
I think so.
It was something new. A life form. Possibly extrasolar in origin.
He's just taking their word for it.
They're beaming the data here. It's an abandoned communications relay.
At least some of the people responsible for Eros are going to be there. If we want,
They saw Dresden send out the information that he was gathering from it. So
Oh, yeah.
first thing we have to get past is this.
That's a stealth ship, like the ones they used to kill the Donner.
that's the one Dresden's on board.
Julie died for the belt. She believed everything you guys say you're fighting for. Don't waste it.
Miller's inspired by Julie's death. It's giving him new purpose.
Welcome to Taco Station. Now this is all commercial district around here. Restaurants, bars,
Is that Alex?
brothels, all that good stuff.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was like an announcement, but now I realize it's not.
Your lodge is gonna be right around that corner, all right? So, but I can set you
I
up
hadn't even
and
realized
get
that
you
there were like
transported and go
civilian areas of this place. I thought it was all just like a building the Mormon ships spot. Have we seen
yeah.
this kind of thing before?
No, I don't think so. Not here.
Hey, Amos, I think we should check in on them once they get
Imagine if the entire world is just like a mall. You know?
Yeah,
That's what it feels like in these places.
We should have saved more. We saved us. Crew comes first. If we would have been back for strays, we'd end up dead like them.
Should have at least tried. We could have filled the Rossi with people, but we didn't.
I don't know if I agree with this reasoning.
Well, your odds of bringing the proto-molecule with you go up so much then. They were injecting it into people, you know?
Minding your own business, just trying to survive. It all boils down to an excuse, and that excuse ain't worth a good goddamn when the world is burning down around you.
Alex has a hard time with the darkness of the world.
Doing the wrong
Yeah.
thing. Being a bystander. I mean, what kind of people are
You should
we
be used to it.
that we only help?
Amos can shapeshift? Wow.
Uncle Ben said he'd buy me drinks if I sit here and listen to you.
Okay, so talk to her.
Yeah.
Do you think the others have a sense about what's going on with us? I mean, Amos?
in particular?
Yeah, is that going to be a problem?
Helps men get everyone on the same page.
I mean, I don't think Amos is into her, but...
No. It's very protective, though.
It's kind of hard to explain. It's like a brother. We look out for each other.
You sure he's clear on that?
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
There's OPA. And there's OPA. You're just another plain belter.
I see.
Me and mine? We just had a UN drone on Earth. Came this close to wasting our whoopo of a Sarala.
Oh boy.
And how did you suppose that's gonna play out? Don't know yet. But we've got cells on Ceres, on Pallas, Hygeia. When we hit the Innes 100 more times, we gonna find out.
Well, I'm sorry I wasted
So
your
this
time.
guy's like a legit OPA terrorist.
Yeah.
Well, like there are OPA members and then there are OPA terrorists.
Maybe it's time. Real belter took what should be ours, like Anderson doors on Ceres. Maybe now.
Shoot him, Tyrese.
Yeah.
Maybe now. It's our time.
Oh.
Okay.
That works too.
Not good.
You gonna space him? No.
No.
Don't space people. That's
I'm not
so.
gonna space him. He's just locking him in there. I really hope not. Oh, Jesus.
Alrighty. No even like staring at him or like. Alright.
Happened to Negroes. Wasn't a plague.
This is not Tyrese.
Yeah.
It was a genocide on Belters. I need 50 good fighters. Send your best.
Alright.
Yeah, wow.
I was about to ask if that other guy was gonna throw a rock at the Earth, but I guess
nope.
not. Oh shit. We're just going right to this now, huh? Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
That seemed abrupt.
Yeah.
Listen, I hope you understand if I ask you to sit this one out. Close quarters battle can get kind of hairy.
And they know. From the first season.
Be on a ship. Going down on the assault team.
Have you seen the breaching pod? It's a beer can taped to a rocket. You're not gonna like the ride.
Fred's trying to land 50 pissed off pelters, 7 different OPA factions on that station. I mean, somebody's got to keep me.
So he's gonna lead the breaching team?
Interesting.
I'll clean out my cabin.
Leave it. We'll be waiting for you when you get back.
You're part of the crew now, Miller.
Son of a bitch. God damn it.
Couldn't you theoretically just shoot them from really, really far away?
Yeah, but they're in a moving ship, you know?
Yeah.
They might accelerate or decelerate or change directions or...
I would have picked you as Scotch drinker.
I don't drink often.
You're entitled to celebrate.
Particularly if they see your projectile coming.
Yeah, that's true.
Get him a proper Scotch, please. Lagavulin.
Like Ron Swanson.
A snake in a sorry.
With dead eyes and a poisoned tongue. And the solar system is in tatters because of people like you and Aaron Wright. Despite your delusions to the contrary, you, Madame Undersecretary, may be the worst person I have ever met.
Whoa.
He's mad.
Yeah.
Tell me about Fred Johnson.
The Belters who seized control of Anderson Station were trying to negotiate for days. UNN Command was jamming their comms. But when the Belters finally gave up, Colonel Johnson wasn't told that they'd surrendered. If he knew, he would have never called that strike in.
Why wasn't he told?
Because the powers that be wanted to send a message to the Belt. Defy us, we wipe you out.
You were right.
Yeah, I said that way back then.
He was a hero to Earth and despised everywhere else, all based on a lie. But you know what? He never said a word, didn't even try to clear his name. Just walked away.
So does that make him a hero or a traitor?
I don't know what it makes him. But I know that he's an honorable man who held on to his soul, and that is a tough thing to do in this line of work.
I think it doesn't make him a hero or a traitor. It just makes him a realist. If I can't fight this, it's too big. I can just walk away. Trying to
Makes
clear
him
his
decent.
name. Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't go well to try to clear his name. Oh, what's going on there? Well, that's the guy, right?
Mm-hmm. That's her.
The security dude now?
I need to send a communique off everybody's radar. No traces back to me. I want to talk to Fred Johnson.
That is treason, isn't it?
It certainly is.
Why is it treasonous?
Because he's the leader or a high-ranking member of an enemy political power.
Isn't that part of what negotiations are? I guess they don't
Not if
negotiate with
they're-
terrorists, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Not if there's active hostilities between the two, you know. Talks have ended. You're in violent disposition or whatever now. So I don't know the right words for it.
immature, as governments tend to be.
Yeah, I don't know how it works, but working with the enemy. And particularly sending a back-channel communication to him is
Yes,
treason.
that's treason. Yes.
It might not be treason to talk with Fred Johnson under any circumstances, but back-channeling him is. Because no one is watching what you say to him.
Rocinante is completely hidden
That makes
in our
sense.
radar shadow. Your team ready? It's getting to be that time.
Roger that.
She's not hiding from her colleagues that she's talking to him. She's hiding what she's saying to him.
I think she's hiding that she's talking to him as well. And she's trying to secretly communicate with him. This guy was saying to her, if it's discovered that we're doing this, it's treason.
All right, people, here we go. Set your cup down on the air.
But it's drifting a little bit. You know, so if you don't keep your eye on it, it'll end up somewhere else.
Lids on and button up.
They're attacking the stealth ship. It destroyed the whole Donager, which is what they took off from. I mean, I guess not by itself, but still.
But I mean,
this would be really scary.
When you hit the ring, the port will seal to the
Miller
hull.
can't get his
The
helmet.
station shouldn't vent any air, but
Stay away from the aqua. Stay away from the aqua. Star Helix, what you doing here? You lose a bet.
Oh, that's a criminal from season 1, from like down in the alleyways.
yeah. Was that the one with the knife? Wasn't there a knife altercation with them?
I'm not sure if that was that guy.
They were stealing water.
Yeah.
Wasn't that? Yeah.
Rocinante is ready to roll. This should be interesting.
Maybe they'll all die.
That'd be a twist.
I thought I was done with all this. Sending people to their deaths.
Before or after you spaced the Black Sky guy?
Oh, whoops.
Attention, this is the freighter Guy Molinari to all vessels within range. This is a legal notification that we are on approach to a loose cargo container and have filed a salvage claim.
Any interference with our property will result in civil action.
So the Rocinante is tumbling away like that, so it looks like it's something that broke loose.
We're coming back for it.
It's a good plan.
Yeah.
He's on arrows. No shit. You see what they did there?
Isn't pretty.
We gotta burn them all down, Walla. Make them pay.
Miller is so jumpy on spaceships.
Now it's all. You look like you see your own ghost.
I feel like I would be too.
Space.
Oh. She specifically said, dude.
What kind of fence are you, Bumper? Don't worry.
Commenters are saying that apparently Tom Jane has a lot of fun with having Miller throw up.
Yep.
Let me along sometime. I don't care.
And gets like cans of soup and brings them on set.
He put me out the airlock first because he had love for me. Now I fight like he did.
This kid's gonna die.
Yeah. Sad to know that already, but
Stick next to me, okay? I'll look out for you when we land.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna die.
Where's that stealth ship?
It's supposed to be here.
it's invisible.
Heads up! We got a bogey on the far side of the ring!
No, it outsmarted him. Oh! What? Oh, blow the torpedoes. Woo! Oh no! This is not a simulation.
Nope. That's cool though. I like that effect.
Oh no!
Yeah, this is bad.
Oh god. This is very, very not good.
Oh boy. Yeah, it's stressful.
I see it. Inner hole, C9. I can patch that.
Amos, stay calm. One hard maneuver and you're done. We don't get that thruster back and we're all done. I'm going.
Uh-oh.
He'll
There's
be
something
fine.
final about the way he said that.
No, he'll be fine. He's Amos. FedEx?
Yeah. They're in FedEx containers.
That's awesome. Same logo. That is some durable branding.
Yeah, absolutely.
That cannon will be on the breaching pods any second. We have to protect the landing team. That stealth is nearly on our tail. We let get one more clear shot at us, it's gonna cut us in half. Jim, we gotta move out. Hard burn now.
We do that and Amos is dead.
Stressful.
Don't hard burn to kill Amos.
Ooh.
So that's half the guys?
Give me a second.
No.
Alex, move. About fucking time.
No, the guys aren't in those pods.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, they are.
Just killed half of them.
They did?
Yes.
Oh,
I would guess that wasn't the one with Miller in it.
no.
Unceremoniously getting vaporized.
Come on, assholes.
Yeah. You got it. Cut him up. Is Dresden just dead then?
Oh yeah, I don't know. So is the implication there that they just killed everybody who was on that ship?
I think so. I mean, they
one
just...
of those bullets went through most of the people that were on that ship.
Or if it didn't, the ship is now a
completely
tin can
unusable.
enough that it's gonna, it's got enough holes that they can't survive on it.
Or Bumpa. Look like nobody home, maybe.
Oh!
Hold your fire!
Damn.
This is gonna be a disaster. Why'd Miller take his helmet off?
You okay?
It's not dead.
How? What?
It's paintball.
Joe around.
Invincible me!
No, now he's gonna die.
No. Yeah.
5 of you guys come with me. Stay sharp. Everybody stay sharp and watch the doors and corners. Doors and corners where they get you.
Miller was on the other pod. He made it.
Don't
Do you really
celebrate
care
too
about
much.
Miller that much already?
Yeah. We win?
Russell Nuttig, we're proceeding to hard dock.
We'll see you on the station.
Amos said blood inside his helmet, right? So,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with that.
How did they manage to win when they were losing every single simulation?
Pretending that they were a piece of junk.
Oh, sure. But then they still didn't get the jump on them because, like, the ship was on the other side.
Luck? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe the AI was smarter than the people on the ship.
All right, everybody on the floor. Show me some hands.
What the hell is this?
Now!
What are they doing?
Looks like they're looking through information.
Yeah, it's a simulation of some kind, or they're in. Yeah. Fire a gun in the opposite direction, see if they react to a gunshot in the room.
Yeah.
Whoa! What the hell? What? Why would you massacre them?
Get this guy out of here. Nothing happens to this guy. Get him out of here. I need these scientists.
I can't believe they did that.
Yeah.
That was really
They were unarmed.
fucked up.
Guys.
Miller can't believe they did it either.
Everybody stay here.
Nobody's really bleeding very much. I guess that's just a television thing. It'd be a much bloodier scene in real life.
Yeah.
There's Dresden. Not dead.
You. Have we met? What would it take to make you guys go away, Colonel Johnson? Weapons, money, political favors? My benefactors are powerful. Get his ass out of here. Let's go.
I'm glad he's a prisoner.
Yeah.
You infected a station full of belters. Infected to save us all.
I don't know, man.
We made a discovery on Phoebe.
Extrasolar life form. We found your lab notes in the Anubis.
Maybe you can appreciate what it is. An organism that can repurpose other life forms and use them to evolve. Into what? That's what we're trying to find out.
It's the
In a
flood.
controlled, isolated environment that can be sterilized if it gets out of
From what's the flood from?
Halo.
Ah, not familiar.
Imagine human beings able to live in hard vacuum without a suit or under the crushing atmosphere of a gas giant, or able to hibernate long enough to travel to the stars.
That's why you were willing to start a war?
Have you heard of Genghis Khan?
Why does he think he can do all that with the protomolecule?
Yeah.
History. Killed or displaced a quarter of the entire population on Earth during his conquests. Today, that's the equivalent of 10 billion people. Eris is hardly a rounding error by comparison.
And that justifies all.
You're comparing yourself to Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
Is what you're doing.
Sent here by accident. Earth was its target. It was sent to hijack life on our planet for its own ends. You can't save Eros. All you can do now.
How does he know that? What is he talking about?
Probably find out. But he obviously doesn't realize how evil he sounds.
Without this work, humanity will be left.
Just because you found an organism that can do this doesn't mean you'll be able to gain the ability to do it. We can't do everything every animal we know about can do.
Yeah, right.
And those are life forms from our same planet.
So we have an understanding.
Kill him.
You're gonna need complete access to the data, as well as the names of everyone responsible for setting this in motion.
Oh!
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, but he was probably still really valuable alive.
Yeah, he probably was.
You shouldn't have put a bullet in his foot. Oh, or that one.
It doesn't seem particularly like he's questioning his own actions right now.
Well, he wasn't about to let Fred Johnson start to cut him a deal. As soon as that started to happen, he said, no.
Wow.
Oh, okay, alright.
It's the whole, I just need to kill some humans and I can make the other humans more powerful than we've ever been before.
Exactly,
That's just like, you're evil, dude.
Right.
Haven't you ever, did you think any of this through at all? Or?
Right. What do you think evil is? You know?
Yeah.
Oh, just a bunch of people need to die so we can all learn this. Okay, great. So get the research experiment all set up so somebody else can carry it out and then go be one of the people who dies.
Yeah, right.
If you really believe that, you know? Otherwise,
continue my
shut
work.
Up. Yeah.
It's like, no, dude, you're evil. You gotta go. I do kind of wish that they hadn't killed him, though. I would like to have maybe known more about. I have a feeling we're gonna find out more. But all the
but he had
encrypted.
Exactly. He had a lot of information that he could have, you could have tried to convince him to open the encrypted data for you, you know?
Yeah, something like that.
You're gonna kill him anyway. Torture him first, right? You know.
Yeah. I can see where Miller's coming from, though. It's just like, dude, you were already self-justified enough to have gone as far as you already did, and there's no. And then Fred Johnson trying to cut him a deal. His only other option would be like, okay, you're trying to cut him a deal now. Like, one of you needs to die.
Exactly,
like,
right, yeah.
Either Fred Johnson or this guy needs to die.
Well, and also Miller was on Eros and witnessed what happened there firsthand and what an atrocity it was and the human cost of it. So yeah. I can see him being instantly overcome with rage when he hears Fred Johnson start the conversation of cutting him a deal. So he's like, no, I'm preventing that.
Yeah. I didn't quite get, like, seeing red from that. I got, like, that's not happening.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
It's absolutely not happening. I'm ending it right now. No negotiation.
Yeah, I don't know if he was seeing red the entire time, but I can see that a flash, like that would well up when you hear that conversation begin, and then you're like,
Yeah, but this thread is ending at this point.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow, though, that's very interesting what the motive is here. I didn't really like.
Yeah, it's research.
See that coming, but it seems so obviously clear based on what we've seen this being is already capable of, that this is not going to be within their control.
No
matter what.
It made like a hologram projection of the spy dude.
Yeah.
And then ate him.
With a giant tentacle. Yeah, exactly. Like, this thing is not just gonna, you're not gonna be able to form-fit it to your needs. It's gonna be immediately bad news.
It will get out of control. What are the odds?
And I have a feeling it still will. Probably something in this dude's research was how to trying to figure out how to prevent that part of it too.
Yeah.
I can imagine, like, if you already know that this thing is capable of eating, kind of absorbing organic matter or whatever, or the energy of, I'm not a scientist, especially about alien life forms, but somehow it uses organic, stuff to make, like, also just feed it a bunch of plants or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
There's a lot of questions here.
We're like, no, people. Let's start with people.
Pigs. I mean,
those organisms that are extremely good at adapting and manipulating their environment and deceit and all these other things that are extremely hard to deal with. Let's give those to the alien first. Let's give it all those traits. Yeah, it's a smart plan. Yeah.
Wow.
So people in the comments were talking about how Phoebe is an object that, like, I guess science believes may be extrasolar in origin itself, and that was captured by Saturn's gravity.
Cool.
And so, like, that would be, more of a lower explanation of why something like this would be on Phoebe, because it literally is an object that came from outside the solar system, and that maybe Phoebe itself is a delivery system for the proto-molecule to get it to our star system.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. You think, like, maybe it was sent?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what Dresden just said. It was aimed at the Earth. It was sent here to repurpose the life on Earth for its own ends,
Oh.
And that, because I guess it was captured, like, 3-point-some billion years ago or whatever. So, like, when life on Earth was in the very proto stages is when that object first came to our solar system, is what the actual scientific understanding is, I believe. I might have this wrong. I don't know. Correct us in the comments if I didn't get this right. But
yeah.
So that's interesting to think about, that, like, something outside the solar system noticed when life started germinating here and was like, oh, go claim that before, something else happens. And,
right.
And who knows, maybe on the scale they're working on, it still is early in the process.
Yeah, right. I mean, and also, who knows how complicated this being can get, It could have even been itself throwing a piece of itself at Earth, in order to, wow, pretty cool. Pretty cool. If anyone in the comments wants to explain if we were missing a piece of how they got past the stealth ship in the beginning and were able to actually take a shot at it without being immediately eviscerated, that would be cool. I know they shot the torpedoes out of the air, which is probably a good first move, but it seemed like they were having trouble figuring out how to get that done.
So like, they took fire on the first pass, and then I think the ship, was going past them, and so had to get turned around to go past again. And then by the time that they did a second pass, they were able to get the upper hand and win. But I'm curious as to what was different than all the simulations Alex was running, where they were just getting annihilated every time, where they just seemed to be definitively outmatched.
Yeah.
It was a little confusing. We had our fleet commander guy who stepped down because war seems to be marching full steam ahead.
That's a tricky position to be in. See, I would never want to be any sort of, like, high-ranking military. I don't think I got the skin for it.
Exactly, yeah.
But at the same time, like, just the idea of, like, you always have people telling you what to do, and obviously your opinion matters, but if at the end of the day they're like, nope, go blow it up, then you're just like, this is a terrible idea, and then you have to go do it, or you have to quit your job. And it's one thing to quit your job because your boss is an asshole. It's another thing to quit it because he's a warmonger and lose your entire career.
And also, if you are trying to be a voice of reason in a system that you see as overly aggressive or overly violent or whatever, stepping down also can be painful because you're like, surely the elements within this system are going to fill my position with someone who's more inclined towards their way of thinking. And then I'm one less voice in all this that's trying to advocate for the point of view that I see as the best one. You
don't want to take part in something that you disagree with, but by removing yourself from it, you're also no longer part of the discourse.
You can't help try to make it better.
Trying to prevent it. Man.
It's tricky stuff.
He says he's not much of a drinker, but I would be in that position.
I really hope we see more of that guy. I like him a lot.
Yeah,
I'm really interested for him to stay part of the story.
I like that he told Avasarala what he really thought, too. I mean, I like Avasarala. I think that she is, potentially a reasonable voice in all of this, but she is also a manipulative, cunning person.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think she's a really adept politician at very high levels, and it's impossible not to have those qualities when you're operating at the level she's operating at. But I do think that there's a good heart and there's a good understanding of right and wrong still operating within her, is the sense that I get so far.
Yeah, right.
That doesn't mean that she doesn't have to sometimes do things that are wrong in order to achieve her ends because of the system she's operating in, where there are a lot of bad actors at play.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the military, he was the fleet commander, right? He's he seemed like he's actually got, he's a military dude, but he's also got a pure heart, he's like, I just want to do what's right. I want to do what is necessary and what's right. And just to deal with slimy politicians all the time would be so exhausting.
Right. Well, he's trying not to have the mindset of take the worst possible interpretation of everything that we see, whereas everyone else at that table is like, we have to interpret all of the Mars's moves as though, because it could be the first few maneuvers of a offensive, you have to take it that way, even though we don't know definitively that's what they're doing. But
anybody else think that Fred Johnson maybe overreacted a little bit by throwing that guy outside of the hatch and just spacing him immediately?
I think he is realizing that, things are heating up and we need unity among the different OPA factions, and he's trying to be the person that they unite behind rather than someone like that,
Yeah. I also maybe would, based on what the dude was saying, just because what he said is, we have factions in different places and we just committed a terrorist attack against the
Earth
UN,
government,
Earth government, right? Like Splinter Cell, terrorist organization.
She's the number 3 ranking person in the Earth government, too.
And if they ever found out that OPA was responsible for that, it would be instant. First of all, Fred Johnson would have a target on his head immediately. There wouldn't be any
they might just go, no more asteroid belt, blowing up every rock.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's an extremely dangerous. That would be a dangerous person to have out running his mouth. But then also maybe somebody I might want to keep around and just be like, where and how? What attacks? What do you have planned?
I mean, he was also showing, I feel like, because the people Fred was talking to there were also... Oh, hang on. The people Fred was talking to there were also people that were... he was trying to disseminate information to the different factions, So I think those were leaders who can spread the word and make decisions and stuff. And so he was also demonstrating... This approach is not being tolerated anymore. In what we, the next phase, we have to unite, and that approach is not what we're doing right now. I think that maybe that's what he was saying.
I mean, the other way that could go is, hey, everybody, Fred Johnson just threw John out the hatch.
I guess, yeah.
Feel like he's playing it pretty close to the chest, which
he's got a lot of clout, though. I think he's got a lot. I mean,
that's true.
So, who knows? I'm excited to see where it goes next.
Yeah, exactly. We also just saw a bunch of people with their heads strapped to a computer.
That was really weird.
Very strange. Yeah,
then they massacred them as soon as they freaked out for a second.
It's just got unplugged. Just give them a minute, take a couple deep breaths. Especially if you're all armed and have a bunch of body armor on and stuff, and they're just don't kill unarmed people. Just try to avoid it. Yeah, that's my stance. That's my personal opinion. But
ketchup packets tip.
Yeah. It's a good way to, garner bad blood.
Yes.
But also, I was thinking, like, if they were he seemed like they were computing something in their brains.
Yeah, they definitely looked like they were working.
And, I mean, the brain does a whole bunch of processing all the time, but it's not good at hard computation. It's not, like, the most efficient. Like, a computer is much better at hard computation than a brain is.
Yeah, well, they were wired into a computer, so it was doing that part of it, maybe.
Well, why were they wired? Anyway, I hope we learn more about that.
That was
the guy
clearly
who
a
just told us
tease,
is just dead. So, you know, how that would...
Well, but there was one guy who was plugged into it that's still alive.
Oh, yeah,
that they kept alive. So we'll find out what the deal is with him. Yeah, that was clearly a tease for something they're going to be exploring later on. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that was definitely cool and interesting. Who shot them, the kid, or the younger dude, with the paintball?
Yeah, if everyone else was, like, laying down. Yeah.
Who shot the younger dude with the paintball? Did they kill all the people who were dead in the hallway?
No, I don't think they didn't engage, did they?
They shot at him. They shot in that direction a bunch of times.
Oh yeah, they did. That's right. But yeah,
did
so
they
those
just kill all those people?
Yeah, I guess so.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then they found out afterwards, oh, they weren't using live rounds. They didn't realize, I guess, that the people invading had. I don't know. Yeah, I think that they did kill those people and then just realized afterwards that they had, like, gel ball, whatever they were calling those. You know,
yeah. Another tip: if you're being boarded by a potentially enemy force or whatever, and you're like hiding behind a corner, and you got an open shot at one of them, but all you have is a paintball gun,
don't shoot.
Don't shoot.
Yeah.
Generally gonna die.
Maintain your cover. Doors and corners.
Yes. It's not self-preservationary behavior to
not.
engage live rounds with paintballs.
Do you agree, Angus? Do you agree?
Do you agree, Angus? Angus is back by popular demand.
Yes.
He's been missing the past couple episodes. He's been busy. He's been in meetings and he had
clients.
He's been exhausted from lots of travel and.
Right, but he's joined us again, and he caught up on the episodes he missed. So don't worry, he didn't. He's not behind on anything. So yeah, I guess that about wraps it for this week's episode of Ketchup Packets. Thanks for joining us, Screaming Firehawks. It's always good to see you all and read all your comments. We love the feedback and all the engaging with us. It makes this a lot of fun to watch with a big audience.
I have a lot of fun reading the comments.
So until next time, I'm Sean.
I'm Nate.
This is Ketchup Packets. Later.